Good afternoon, D&D, TikTok, and beyond, and welcome to Roll for Sandwich, the series where I let fate decide my lunch. Let's go. Today I'm going to be using this orange set of Halloween dice that is hopefully today they're lucky.
When is episode 339? We're at, this is 325. So probably not going to be today.
Our roll for bread. 2 freezer ends. Today from the freezer we have some Hawaiian bread that we need to use up. Ideally, Hawaiian bread wouldn't be toasted normally because it's nice and soft. But since it is frozen, we are going to use our toasting cantrip to bring it back to life. We're going to go ahead and toast it on just about the lightest setting we can to make sure it's no longer frozen, but maybe still a little soft.
Thank you.
Next up, let's roll for main. 7, roast beef. All right, roast beef is a nice change up.
Chat, you guys know the story about me with roast beef, right? I ain't telling it again.
Recently.
I don't have to tell it again.
Roast beef, not a bad way to start off this Friday sandwich.
I've been traumatized ever since. It's been like 2 years now.
Skull, that's a 6, Brunost. All right, the caramelized whey cheese from Norway gets another shot. It being paired with those...
I guess there is a lot of new people because there's been rivals and... Oh man, there's a lot of new people since then. So it was like 2 years ago. Oh god, I can't wait to tell it again. So I was in my experimental phase of trying new foods and stuff, and I went like, yeah, man, I haven't had roast beef in years. I'm gonna get some roast beef at the store, and I'm gonna make some. So I didn't get much. I got like a little bit, right? And then at the time, my mom had come by and was trying to be helpful. I don't know if there's a piece of dust in my room or it's the reflection off my glasses. It's driving me nuts. My mom cleaned my fridge because I was like, there was something she was over helping me out with. And then she took it upon herself to like clean part of my fridge at the time. And for some godforsaken reason, she took the roast beef out of the deli drawer and put it in the fridge drawer, like on the fridge door side thing. You know what I'm talking about? Like the shelves on the door of the fridge. And so it was behind like a bunch of condiments. I never put anything back there, right? And I'm not thinking anything of it. And so time goes by and I'm like, man, my fridge smells horrible. Like what has happened? Like what in the I'm a pretty clean person. Like I never like to leave anything dirty. Like I always like, I almost never have dishes in the sink. You know, if I ever like crumbs on the floor, I'm always wiping that shit up immediate, right? And so it's driving me crazy. And I threw out so many things because I couldn't figure out what it was. I cleaned my whole fridge out. I took everything out. I wiped everything down. But I didn't clean the door because I only put condiments in the door. So there's no way there could have been anything in there. And I cleaned it like 2 or 3 times. I'm like, what the f is wrong with my goddamn fridge? And I found it eventually. And the reason why I found it is because the bag ballooned while it was frozen, while it was sealed, because it had become so decayed that it was leaking gas, and it literally expanded to the point where like it knocked over some of the condiments. How long was it in there? Weeks, maybe months. And it was the most, when I picked it up, it literally all sunk. Like it all moved. You know, it's supposed to be like flat. You know, it's like sticking together because it's meat. It was like liquid. It all came to the bottom. It was, I've never gone near roast beef since. I had to re-clean the fridge after that. It took like 2 or 3 days to finally get the smell out. It was horrendous. And I was like, I can't be mad because like she was trying to be helpful, right? It's not her fault. But like I'm like a very organized, disorganized person where like I'm not someone who like labels everything and puts everything in certain spots. But as you've probably noticed from like Minecraft playthroughs and whatever, I have an insane memory for where things are at all times. I can remember where I put something like 4 years ago, as long as I put it there, right? If somebody moved it, but as long as I put it there, I have insane inventory management with IRL stuff. In games, it's a little bit tougher. Like I just throw everything in a chest, right? Like for most games. But like if I know where it's located in, I will find it so fast. So I never even thought to check the shelf in the fridge. man, it was bad.
Abominable Crabs was very unfair to it, so I'm happy
I once had a freezer die while I was on summer vacation for a week. That was the most horrifying moment of my life. Oh, God.
to give it another shot today.
You know, there's apparently a butcher near my house. I was telling chat. There's a butcher shop that's not too far. I've never been to one, but I've been thinking about going.
It will be interesting to see
Maybe
how the
buying some
sweetness
stuff,
plays,
throw some stuff in
as
the
that can
freezer.
be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on what else we roll. Let's roll our roughage.
I don't know
Double
what I get.
sevens, double lettuce. Well, double lettuce is a bit of a boring roll, so I think I'm going to use a level 2 spell here, Relish Rebuke, which lets me replace one of those instances of lettuce with a pickled element. Lettuce is fine. I have no qualms about putting the lettuce on
feel
my
like it's a
sandwich.
waste.
I just didn't really want a giant mound of lettuce and nothing else. And for my pickled element, I'm choosing sport
guess.
peppers.
He's probably just
After
going for a
running
good
out of the
sandwich.
Chicagoland treat earlier this season, I was graciously sent some more by a viewer, so thank you. The acid and heat from the sport peppers will go great with the roast beef, and I think will counterbalance the sweetness of the cheese nicely. I think that use of a spell will do a lot for this sandwich.
That's so
All
cool.
right,
People
let's
send
get
him shit,
wild
but
with
also
Wild
probably
Magic Roll.
fire for him.
13 extra sauce. All right, I guess we'll be rolling for 2 sauces today on this sandwich. Hopefully they go together. Here's our first sauce roll.
So if I did go to a butcher, what would I
Nat
get?
20. I get to pick. All right, I'll
Ooh.
wait till we see what our second sauce is and pick accordingly. And last but not least, it's our D20 sauce roll. 2, ketchup.
Oh,
From a
no.
nat 20 all the way down to ketchup. All right, I guess for my nat
Uh-oh.
20, I'm going to pick this spicy brown mustard. Since I know we're adding some sweet ketchup to this, I'm going to go the opposite direction with this.
Why wouldn't you put the ketchup on the bread and then
Spicy,
put the mustard
vinegary,
over it?
You know,
I feel like that'd be
pull
a
it
better
more in
combo.
that direction,
No?
which will then get balanced out again by the ketchup. And just have a little bit of a tug of war, I guess, between these two flavors. Here's the ketchup. I'm really on a ketchup streak, and I don't like it.
Ketchup would
Let's
make
get
it
this sandwich
soggy.
closed up.
Yeah, I guess that's
Get
fair.
our toothpicks in to hold it together, and let's get it cut in half.
You've never spread condiments on bread? Are you an alien?
Let's take a look at that cross section.
How's that possible?
Well, it looks pretty good.
What do you do?
Well, the dice have definitely reminded me who's in charge. Still, this seems like it might be okay.
Butchers usually have packages you can
For
buy
the
with
new
different types
house
of meat.
decorations.
Mine have to choose 5, so you can choose 5 things for one price. Oh. Ground beef, 70-30 lean, fat, enjoy the juiciest burgers. I want to get a grill. My grill arc has got to start at some point. Don't back think for 12 months. Appreciate it. Although I'm pretty much put everything on hold until I get my internet situation fully figured out.
Okay, let's give it a taste. Yeah, not bad. Sometimes roast beef can be kind of dry, but this isn't, so that's good. Plus, we ended up with extra sauce anyway. I think the sweetness from the brunost comes through even more than the sweetness from the ketchup, and it's dragging it down a little bit for me. The sport peppers and the mustard do a lot here, though. It's got a nice little bit of spice and kind of kick. The crisp lettuce and crunchy peppers are nice. And the bread is still relatively soft, so there's a nice contrast there. It's got some flaws, but I'm okay ending the week on this, especially considering where we started.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
the
a
ketchup is
relatively
kind of
cohesive
annoying,
sandwich,
but
just
everything else is
not
good.
My choice of flavors. Definitely think the spell helped, though. I'm gonna go ahead and give this one a 7.4, and I'm gonna call it We Got Beef.
The
Looking at you,
pizza
Dice.
sandwich was
Thanks so much
better
for hanging
than
out with me
that
this
by a
week. I hope you have
mile?
a great weekend, and I will see you again on Monday.
That's crazy, actually. Okay, next.
Good afternoon, D&D, TikTok, and beyond, and welcome to
Probably got time for one more.
Roll for Sandwich, the series where I let fate decide my lunch. Let's go. Today I'm going to be using these bone dice that have been on the show before. Hopefully they're lucky. Let's get things started with our roll for bread. 4, Italian. Well, it looks like our cheeked up loaf has returned. Hopefully that's not an omen. Let's roll for our
What
main.
loaf?
2, pickled turkey gizzards.
Oh,
Something about the bone
no.
dice rolling organ meat
Not again.
is strangely fitting. Gizzards are an
Uh-oh.
organ that some birds have to grind up food that they eat because they don't have teeth. And these
Uh-oh.
turkey gizzards have been pickled. I have eaten them once on the show before, and honestly, they taste like dark meat, turkey, and vinegar. Not nearly as bad as they look, which
Okay.
is bad. They look bad. It's
Yeah, they look horrible.
90% mental. Next up, let's roll for
Okay.
cheese.
I don't believe you, but okay.
6, Brunost. The dice have really been hyper-fixated on Brunost.
Uh-oh.
This
Not again.
Norwegian whey cheese, made from caramelized whey, is salty and a little sweet. Despite the slew of not that great sandwiches it's been on recently, I do
Uh-oh.
actually enjoy it. Again, I'm not sure how it's going to pair here with turkey gizzard, but I guess we'll find out. Next up, let's roll for roughage. 4 rambutan and 6 green onion. Rambutan is a fruit native to Southeast Asia and is sometimes referred to as hairy lychee. They have a sweet and slightly acidic flavor that kind of tastes
previous
like a
sandwich, no?
Though it's a bit of a strange addition to this already strange sandwich, I'm not too worried about it.
You honestly, get ground beef / mincemeat from the butcher. It's always nice to have, and you can probably get a package deal.
Slight sweetness from it will probably do a little bit to balance out the vinegar from the pickled turkey gizzards. Next up with the green onion, I think is a pretty good roll. Also not incredibly strong flavor-wise, but that oniony bite that it has will go well with both the meat and the vinegar, as well as adding a little bit more visual appeal, which the sandwich could use. All right, let's get wild with our wild magic roll. 10, ranch seasoning. It's ranch dressing, but dry. Fun fact, there are microscopic traces of this ranch dressing powder on every $100 bill in the Midwest. And last but not least, it's the D20 sauce roll. Here we go.
Holy shit,
18,
that's wild.
Kewpie mayo. A naturally occurring Kewpie mayo roll is not a bad way to finish out this sandwich, even if it does mean we kind of back our way into
mayo
ranch
is
dressing. The creaminess of the mayo will be a nice contrast to the vinegar and go well with the turkey. And there were definitely a lot of sauces we could have rolled that would have been much more offensive. Let's get our sandwich closed up here. Get our toothpicks in to hold it together, and let's get it cut in half.
Also, by the way, I know it's probably such a small thing, but I could not leave the bottle all crunched up like that. I have to like reshape it back to the original one. You know, like I can't crunch it up really hard and then put it in the fridge. Like I
Let's
can't
take a look
do
at
that.
Cross section.
I can't do it.
Honestly,
you know what I'm talking about?
Worse. All right, Gizzard sandwich take 2. Will this one be a winner turkey dinner, or will it be a sandwich most foul? I guess we'll find out after I put it back together. All right, let's give it a taste.
I feel like it's gonna not be that bad.
It's honestly not terrible, especially if I don't think about the turkey gizzards. If I take them purely on taste alone.
Wait, I just saw a comment over here. I just want to know who's keeping pickled gizzard manufacturing in business.
It's kind of okay. The heavy vinegar taste.
That's actually a really good point.
Pretty well by the rambutan and the Brunos, honestly. I think Kewpie mayo with those gizzards is actually probably best case scenario, though. In this case, it's tasting more like ranch dressing since we got that ranch powder. And it definitely could have used toasted bread to keep it more together, but it is what it is. Not the worst sandwich, especially for a Monday. I'm gonna go ahead and give this one a 5.2, and I'm gonna call it a Gizzard of Turksy. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you again on Wednesday.
All right, cool. All right, we got pretty caught up today. We got a bunch of them watched, so that was fun. We got a long way to go. I didn't realize I'm like 100 episodes behind. So it's gonna take some time, but we'll get there.